Good evening to all our faithful listeners on WCYT in the Tri-Valley, and welcome to the Radio Hour, where we keep the action happening even as we shelter in place. I'm Zip Golden, and I'm here with my spectacular co-host, Jackie Bell. Good evening, Jackie.
Good evening to you too, Zip, and welcome, boys and girls, and your hip, happening families to the most exhilarating radio show on the air. We're excited to have you join us for an out-of-this-world broadcast performance of one of your most favorite, fabulous, fantastical fairy tales of all time, The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride, what a tale it is! And we are also thrilled to bring you a star-studded cast of CYT students in this first ever, strictly audio performance. So gather round to your radios, pirates, princesses, lords, and ladies. We'll be settling in soon for a wild ride into episode 1 of 3 in this special broadcast series.
And keep your radios tuned into WCYT after the show tonight, when we will be revealing a secret code which may lead to a very special prize for one of our loyal WCYT listeners. We hope that you all have your radio ears on and your imaginations open as we embark on an experience like no other.
That's right, Jackie. But before we start the show this evening, we have a very special word from the makers of JyQuil and Gylenol XL. Take it away, kids.
Are you a giant who suffers from migraine headaches or chronic pain?
Have you ever felt like your days of pillaging and kidnapping might soon be over, but you just can't manage the body aches and joint pain anymore?
And do we ever have good news for you?
The smart people of Florence have developed a new and improved pain medication made specifically for the needs of giants. Gylenol XL. That's right, Gylenol XL.
Gylenol XL will tackle your most colossal head and body aches so that you can get back to your great big pain-free life of pillaging, looting, throwing large rocks around, kidnapping, grave digging, hauling up cliffs on ropes, gardening, and all the other things you'll love.
Try Gylenol XL and get back to work. The humans need your services.
Gylenol XL is from the makers of JyQuil, the giant's sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever so you cannot rest even a minute medicine.
If you really want relief, try Gylenol XL.
Yes, when you have a giant headache, turn to Gylenol XL so you can get back to your life of doing other people's hard work. Gylenol XL.
And now, without further ado, we bring you our highly anticipated feature presentation of William Goldman's The Princess Bride.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
You feeling any better?
A little bit.
Guess what?
What?
Grandma's here.
Mom, I'm sick.
You're sick. That's why she's here.
She'll pinch my cheek. I don't like that.
Maybe she won't.
Hey, honey. How's my sickie?
Hey, Grandma.
I think I'll leave you two alone.
I brought you a special present.
What is it?
Open it up.
A book.
That's right. When I was your age, television was called books. And this is a special book. It was the book my mother used to read to me when I was sick, and I used to read it to your mother. And today, I'm going to read it to you.
Does it have any sports in it?
Sure it does. Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, true love, miracles.
Doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Very nice of you. Your vote of confidence is overwhelming. All right. Princess Bride by S. Morgenstern, Chapter 1.
Buttercup was raised on a small farm in the country of Florence.
Her favorite pastimes were riding her horse and tormenting the farm boy who worked there. His name was Wesley, but she never called him that. Isn't that a wonderful beginning?
Yeah, it's really good.
Nothing gave Buttercup as much pleasure as ordering Wesley around.
Farm boy, polish my horse's saddle. I want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish.
As you wish was all he ever said to her.
Farm boy, fill these with water, please.
As you wish.
That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying, "As you wish," what he really meant was, "I love you." And even more amazing was the day she realized she truly loved him back.
Farm boy, fetch me that pitcher.
As you wish.
Thank you.
And the two realized they loved each other, embraced and shared a kiss.
Hold it! Hold it! What is this? Are you trying to trick me? Where's the sports? Is this a kissing book?
Wait, just wait.
Well, when does it get good?
Patience, kiddo, let me read. Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed a few belongings and left the farm to seek his fortune across the sea. It was a very emotional time for Buttercup.
I don't believe this.
I fear I'll never see you again.
Of course you will.
What if something happens to you?
Hear this now. I will always come for you.
But how can you be sure?
This is true love. You think this happens every day?
Wesley didn't reach his destination. His ship was attacked by the dread pirate Roberts, who never left captives alive.
Murdered by pirates is good.
When Buttercup got the news that Wesley was murdered, she went into her room and shut the door. And for days she neither slept nor ate.
I will never love again.
"5 years later, the main square of Florin was filled as never before to hear the announcement of the great Prince Humperdinck bride-to-be.
My people, a month from now, our country will have its 400th anniversary.
No, dear. It's our 500th anniversary.
Oh yes, that's it. Of course. Our country will have its 500th anniversary. On that sundown, my son, my Humperdinck, shall marry.
That's right, isn't it? Yes. Tell them she's a lady of the people.
Of course. A lady who was once a mere commoner like yourselves, but is now a princess. She is special indeed. Whom do I mean, dear? Who am I speaking of?
Buttercup. You know Buttercup.
Oh yes, of course. My people, here she is now, the Princess Buttercup.
Beautiful.
Despite the cheering of the crowd, Buttercup remained solemn and did not smile or join in the celebration. Her emptiness consumed her, even as the country was eagerly awaiting the royal wedding. Although the law of the land gave Prince Humperdinck the right to choose his bride, she did not love him.
Hiya!
The only joy she found in life was in her daily ride.
A word, my lady.
We are but poor lost circus performers. Is there a village nearby?
There is nothing nearby. Not for miles.
Then there will be no one to hear you scream.
What? Stop! Don't touch me! Let go! Ow!
Be quiet now, lady. Please. What is that? Why are you ripping it apart?
Isn't it obvious? It's fabric from the uniform of an army officer of Gilder.
Gilder?
Yes, Gilder. The country across the sea, the sworn enemy of Florin. I'm tying it to this horse's neck. Go. Once the horse reaches the castle, the fabric will make the prince suspect that Gilderians have abducted his love. When he finds her body dead on the Gilder frontier, his suspicions will be totally confirmed.
You never said anything about killing anyone. I just don't think it's right, killing an innocent girl.
Am I going mad, or did the word think escape your lips? You were not hired for your brains you have upon a landmass.
I agree with Fezzik.
Oh, the sot has spoken. What happens to her is not truly your concern. Friendless, brainless, helpless, hopeless. Do you two want me to send you back to where you came from? Now get her on the boat.
That Vicini, he can fuss.
Fuss. I think he liked to scream at us.
Probably he means no harm.
He's really very short on charm.
You have a great gift for rhyme.
Yes, some of the time.
Enough of that. Pay attention to where you are steering the boat.
Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
If there are, we'll all be dead.
No more rhymes now. I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
They continue to cross the water into the dark night. All the while, the princess was stoically plotting her escape.
We'll reach the cliffs by dawn. Why do you keep walking around back there? You're tilting the boat.
Are you sure nobody's follow us?
That would be inconceivable.
Despite what you think, you will be caught. And when you are, the prince will see you all hanged.
Of all the necks on this boat, Highness, the one you should be worried about is your own.
You are sure nobody's follow us?
As I told you, it would be absolutely, totally, and in all other ways inconceivable. No one in Gilder knows what we've done, and no one in Florence could have gotten here so fast. Out of curiosity, why do you ask?
No reason. Suddenly I just happened to look behind us and something is there.
Probably some local fisherman out for a pleasure cruise at night. Through eel-infested waters?
Just then, Buttercup dove overboard and started swimming away.
Go on, get after her.
I don't swim.
Same. I only dog paddle.
Die! Your left. Left! Do you know what that sound is, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels. If you don't believe me, just wait. They always grow louder when they're about to feed on human flesh. If you swim back now, I promise no harm will come to you. I doubt you'll get such an offer from the eels.
She doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time.
What?
The eel doesn't get her. I'm just letting you know because you look nervous.
I wasn't nervous. Well, maybe a little bit concerned. But that's not the same thing.
Because we can stop now if you want.
No. You can read a little bit more. I mean, if you want.
Alright, let's see. So Buttercup was in the water, trying to swim away. But the shrieking eels were all around her. She was so frightened, but not the best swimmer. Then suddenly a giant eel emerges and charges right for her. And then Buttercup is lifted out of the water by the giant Fezzik.
Put her down! Just put her down!
Down!
I think the boat is getting closer.
He's no concern of ours. Sail on. I suppose you think you're pretty brave.
Only compared to some. Look, he's right on top of us. I wonder if he is using the same wind we are using.
Whoever he is, he's too late. See? The cliffs of insanity. Hurry up, anchor the boat over there, next to the cliffs.
Anchor in.
Don't worry, only Fezzik is strong enough to go up on land our way. That man will have to sail around for hours until he finds a harbor.
Are you two doing all right? Oh, Grandma's reading you her favorite story.
It was definitely your favorite, too.
It really was such a great story.
Mom, you said you were leaving us alone.
I know, I'm leaving. But what part are you on?
Buttercup was almost eaten by the shrieking eels. Then Fezzik pulled her back on the boat. They just reached some cliffs, but it looks like they're being followed.
Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. They anchored the boat at the base of the cliffs, right? The Cliffs of Insanity!
Okay, Mom.
What? That's what they're called. This is when they all pile on that giant's back, and he drags them up on a rope.
I can still see the guy. He's climbing the rope. And he's getting on us.
Inconceivable! Faster, Fezzik!
I thought I was going faster.
You were supposed to be this colossus! You're this great legendary thing, and yet he gains!
Well, I'm carrying 3 people, and he has only got himself.
I do not accept excuses. I'm just going to have to find myself a new giant. That's all.
Don't say that, Vizzini. Please?
Did I make it clear that your job is at stake?
I know. I try harder.
You did it, Fezzik.
It's about time. Get off. You two keep an eye on that masked man. I will cut the rope and he will fall to his death.
Fezzik and Inigo looked down on the fast-approaching masked man as Vizzini struggled to cut the rope.
I'm cutting it. I'm cutting it. I'm almost there. Done. What? He didn't fall?
He's got very good arms.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Oh, look now. He's climbing even faster.
Whoever he is, he's obviously seen us with the princess and must therefore die. Giant, you carry her. We'll head straight for the Gilder Frontier. Inigo, catch up when he's dead. If he falls, fine. If not, the sword.
I'm going to duel him left-handed.
You know what a hurry we're in.
It is the only way I can be satisfied. If I use my right, over too quickly.
Oh, have it your way.
You be careful. People in masks cannot be trusted.
I'm waiting.
Coming. I'm sorry, lady.
Jump up and I carry you.
Fine.
Vizzini, Fezzik, and Buttercup departed the ruins, leaving Inigo to prepare for the masked man.
Hello there. Slow going?
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it looks. So, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't distract me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I do not suppose you could speed things up.
If you're in such a hurry, you could lower a rope or a tree branch or find something useful to do.
Oh, I could do that. I still got some rope up here, but I do not think you would accept my help, since I am only waiting around to kill you.
That does put a damper on our relationship.
But I promise I will not kill you until you reach the top.
That's very comforting, but I'm afraid you'll just have to wait.
I hate waiting. I could give you my word as a Spaniard.
No good. I've known too many Spaniards.
I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Throw me the rope. Thank you.
We'll wait until you're ready.
Again. Thank you.
I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand?
Do you always begin conversations this way?
My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man. was a great sword maker, my father. When the six-fingered man appeared and requested a special sword, my father took the job. He slaved a year before it was done.
I've never seen its equal.
Six-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 his promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the six-fingered man slashed him through the heart. I loved my father, so naturally, I challenged his murderer to a duel. I fell. Six-fingered man leave me alive, but he gave me these scars on my face.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old. When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
You've done nothing but study swordplay?
More a pursuit than a study lately. You see, I cannot find him. It has been 20 years now, and I am starting to lose confidence. I just work for Vicini to pay the bills. There's not a lot of money in revenge.
Well, I certainly hope you find him someday.
You're ready then?
Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
You see, my decent fellow, I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
Begin. You're using Bonetti's effect against me, yeah?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
Naturally, you must expect me to attack Capoferro.
Naturally. But I find that Tabot cancels out Capoferro, don't you?
Unless the enemy has studied his Agrippa, which I have. You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
I admit it, you are better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you don't know.
And what is that?
I am not left-handed.
You're amazing.
I ought to be after 20 years.
There's something I ought to tell you.
Tell me.
I'm not left-handed either.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
I must know.
Get used to disappointment.
Okay. Kill me quickly.
I would as soon as destroy a stained glass window as an artist like yourself. However, since I can't have you following me either.
The masked swordsman did not kill Inigo, but knocked him out cold with the hilt of the sword.
Ugh.
Please understand, I hold you in the highest respect.
The masked swordsman resumed his pursuit of Vizzini, Fezzik, and Buttercup. It wasn't long before he was close behind and spotted by Vizzini.
Inconceivable!
What do I do?
Give her to me and you go finish him. Finish him! Your way!
Oh, good. My way. Thank you, Vizzini. What's my way?
Pick up one of those rocks. Get behind the boulder. In a few minutes, the man in black will come running around the bend. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock. I think he's coming now.
My way is not very sportsmanlike.
Well, that was close.
I did that on purpose. Practice shot. I didn't have to miss.
I believe you. So, what happens now?
We face each other as God intended. Sportsmanlike. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone.
You mean, you'll put down your rock there, and I'll put down my sword, and we'll try and kill each other like civilized people? Deal.
I could kill you now.
Frankly, I think the odds are slightly in your favor at hand fighting.
It's not my fault being the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise.
Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want to feel you're doing well. I hate for people to die embarrassed.
Whoa! That was close again.
You're quick.
And a good thing, too.
Why are you wearing a mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that?
Oh no, it's just they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
I just figured that's why you give me so much trouble.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, I haven't fought just one person for so long. I've been specializing in groups, battling gangs for local charities, that kind of thing.
Ah, why should that make such a difference?
Well, you see, you use different moves when you're fighting half a dozen people than when you only have to be worried about one.
The masked man in black managed to achieve just the right angle on Fezzik's back. With a skilled arm lock around the neck, he strategically collapsed the giant, careful to not get stuck under his huge body.
I do not envy you the headache you will have when you awake, sir, but in the meantime, rest well and dream of large women.
Well, boys and girls, moms and dads, that does conclude the first of our 3 scheduled episodes of The Princess Bride here on WCYT in the Tri-Valley.
Be sure to tune in to upcoming Sunday night broadcasts to hear the exciting story unfold. What will become of the maiden Buttercup? Will she succumb to the mastermind Vizzini? Or will the masked man in black capture her instead? And what of her engagement to Prince Humperdinck?
Maybe she'll outsmart them all, Zip.
That's a good point, Jackie. Maybe she will, and I'll tell you what. I am on the edge of my seat here.
I am too, Zip, but we'll just have to wait another 2 weeks. That's right, 2 weeks until Sunday, November 8th, for our next exciting installment of The Princess Bride, brought to you by some pretty incredible sponsors here on WCYT. Here's a word from our sponsor at Inigo Montoya's Fencing School. If you are in the revenge business or simply trying to avenge a wrongdoing, you'll want to listen up to this special offer from Inigo's.
Are you looking for a man with 6 fingers? Do you need help learning how to fight? Then come on down to Inigo Montoya's Fencing School. My name is Inigo Montoya. You don't know how to fence. Prepare to learn. He's trying to avenge his father. He has luscious hair. He's always on the hunt, so no need to judge and stare. Inigo Montoya's Fencing School is now offering 50% off to people with missing or extra digits. That's 50% off to people with missing or extra digits. Inigo Montoya's Fencing Lessons.
They've got a great program over there at Inigo's, Jackie.
That's for sure, Zip. Well, before we give away the Princess Bride Secret Code of the Week, we have a special message from our friends at Iocane.
Captain, I noticed you weren't at the plank walking today, and you're looking kind of down. Is something wrong?
Nah, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Aye, come on, Captain. Dread pirates aren't supposed to look so blue. What's the matter?
Well, all right, I'll tell you. It's my poison. It just doesn't work. I'm known for my brutality, my terrible acts of injustice, my irreverent vengeance. So when my poison fails me, well, it's just so humiliating.
Oh, is that all, Captain?
What do you mean, is that all? I'm a laughingstock.
Well, Captain, you just need to get your hands on some iocane powder, that's all. Iocane powder is the odorless, tasteless poison that dissolves instantly in liquid and is among the most deadly poisons known to man.
What? Iocane powder? I never knew.
Yes, iocane powder. You will no longer suffer the embarrassment of your poisons failing to do the job. Plus, since it's odorless and tasteless, it can be slipped into a meal or beverage without ever being detected. There are just so many practical uses for iocane. Your reputation for being ruthless will be restored, and you just might find even more reasons to use poison than ever before.
Never fails.
Imperceivable.
Quick and clean and cool.
Inconceivable.
Sneak some in a beverage or a chowder. Remain in power, prouder with iocane powder.
How do you feel now, Captain?
I feel unapologetically barbaric again. I am a believer now that I've used iocane professionally. And with free shipping directly to the ship, I'm a monthly subscriber too.
Iocane powder. It restores your reputation.
Iocane powder. It's the poison you want for the reputation you need. Think iocane for all your professional poison needs. You know, Zip, it's that time in the program that we revealed this week's secret code. We'd like to ask all you pirates and princesses out there to find a pencil so you can write down the Princess Bride secret code of the week.
Yes, it's our favorite kind of contest, Jackie. All you need to do is write down the secret code each week during our Princess Bride broadcasts. If you collect all 3 Princess Bride codes, you will have a chance to win a very special treat from Miracle Max's Sandwich Shops, where the MLTs are a specialty.
Are you ready out there, boys and girls? The secret code this week is 6914425. I will say it one more time. 6914425.
Well, good luck, everyone, and thank you to all our listeners for joining us this week for our special broadcast production. We look forward to seeing you on November 8th for the next installment of The Princess Bride here on WCYT, where we have been serving the Tri-Valley and the Lord since 2014. God bless you all. Thank you for listening, and good night.